Do you always feel like whenever it's your time to speak, people start to put their body language away from you and their eye contact also starts jittering around the entire room like this? And you have also tried following all of the common advice out there. For example, become a better storyteller and don't use filler words, but none of it seems to be working? Well, don't worry, because just 4 years ago I was at the exactly same position as you are in right now. But thankfully I've managed to solve this problem for myself and also for the client I'm working with right now. That's why in today's video I will share with you the most important strategy that will make you the most memorable communicator in the entire room. Theoretically speaking, I can be the best communicator in the entire world, but if I don't have emotion in my voice, it will never matter. It doesn't matter if my filler words are 0 to none. It doesn't matter if I have perfect eye contact. It doesn't matter if I have perfect articulation. If in my voice there is 0 to none emotion, I will never become a memorable speaker. For example, I can show you the most perfect, the most articulate communication right now, but after it, you would not remember even a single word that I have just said. In today's lesson, I will teach you how you can become a much better communicator. As you can see, there are these slides behind me and my presentation will be playing right here. Let's get started. You would not remember even a single thing I just said here because I was saying everything in such a monotone, boring voice. And the most important thing to remember is that please play with your voice. Please. I've seen so many of these professional gurus and they are all like this, they are stoic. Dude, if you want to become a better communicator, you always need to have this type of voice and then you need to become articulate. It does not matter if you are articulate, it doesn't matter if you have 0 to none filler words. If you cannot make me feel something, it doesn't matter what you have just said. I have still in my mind remember this awesome story of this one communicator. He was always going through communication classes, but this one woman was always going to his communication classes. So he decided, alright, let's give this girl a push. And he took her onto the stage. And he asked her, can you please tell me the last person you kissed? 10 seconds went by. 20 seconds. Hell, 30 seconds went by of her staying silent in front of the whole crowd. And everyone in the entire room was looking at that communicator and literally in their mind you could have seen on their faces, please do something, bro, this is extremely awkward. And right when the communicator took one step forward, the woman spoke and she said, the last person I have kissed was my grandma before she died. And the entire year of him teaching communication skills, he did not remember even a single sentence, not even a single whole speech, but he remembered this one sentence because it made him feel something. It didn't have to be perfect, it didn't have to become with perfect articulation, perfect intellectual words, it just had to make the person feel something. And the most important quote I want you to remember now is that people will never remember what you have said. They will only remember how you made them feel. That means next time, don't focus on how you can become perfect with your communication. Because if you can just relive the message, if you can display all of the 6 emotions in the human body, sadness, happiness, anger, surprise, disgust, and the one that I forgot, then you can definitely become a much better communicator than 99% of people in this entire world. The way how you practice this is through reliving the moment in your mind, is to feeling the emotion, is not to report the emotion. Most people communicate like this, and then this happened, and then I went into this forest, then a huge bear showed up and he killed my mom. But how you can change this story is to go, one day I went into this awesome green forest, but suddenly I got extremely scared because a huge bear appeared right in front of me. And then immediately he grabbed my mom and he literally took off her head with a singular bite. Imagine, that sounds much more alive. That sounds like the person was reliving the entire situation and not just reporting it like like an autist. Please embody yourself in the message that you are speaking about. Doesn't matter what it is. And the most important thing about emotion that is also benefiting you is that if you will have emotion, you can make any boring topic sound 20, maybe even 30 times better. Imagine if some random guy who has no emotion in his voice would be talking about coding. And this is exactly how you will type these sentences. Yes, you should use this type of code. Nobody would care about him. But if he would implement emotion, happiness, anger, disgust, doesn't matter what it will be, people will be much more likely to follow him. Yo dude, listen, nah, don't use this code, use this one instead, because if you use this one, oh, you best believe you will gain much more momentum and you will write much faster. See, it is much different, and I don't know even shit about coding. But I have just pulled up something in my mind and I made it come to life with emotion. One day a scientist went into a city that he was not familiar with. And he went to this park and he saw this man on the bench preaching to tens, maybe hundreds of people. And he came to that man, into that whole crowd, and he started listening. 10 minutes went by, 30 minutes went by, 1 hour went by, and this man was still listening. But the plot twist of this entire story was, he did not know the native language. The entire time, he was not even able to understand what the guy was even saying. But he listened because the man, the preacher on the bench, had emotion in his voice. He was preaching with such conviction, with so much emotion in his voice, he couldn't resist but to listen to him. That's why the next time that you will be speaking, give me that sauce, give me that emotional convenience, give me your honest and true feelings. And because you got this far, I really know that you love improving your charisma and your communication skills. That's why, as the first link in the description, it is my private coaching and my private community there. So if you want to learn specifically charisma and communication skills from me, then the first link in the description is your destination right there. I will see you there. And if you want to know 5 strategies to destroy any hater in literally seconds, then you should click this video right here. Live a happy life.